Hi, this is Professor G, and I'm going to be demonstrating your Chapter 7 worksheet assignment. And starting on this page right here, I have the data section set up, and right here we have all the overhead costs. Then we have activity cost pools that were developed by these different departments, and here are the percentages that their personnel have come up with. And so the whole deal here is to get these overhead costs in this column right here spread out to these different activity cost pools. Okay, first let's get a name up here. So we just press the equal key. We're going to click on other there, and sure enough, other is going to show up right there as well. Okay, so let's start with indirect factory wages. Press the equal key, and then let's see, the customer orders, I'm going to click on the 50% times the 400,000, and we get 200,000. Move on to product development. Press the equal key. This time it's 30% times the 400,000. That's that figure right there. Under customer relations, press the equal key, and it's 15% times the 400,000, and we've got that figure right there. And under other, press the equal key, and we're clicking on 5% times 400,000, and we've got that number right there. And let's go ahead and put the total in as well. Equal, click on the 100% times 400,000, and we've got 400,000 right there. So this plus this plus this plus this equals 400,000. Now I'm going to show you a little shortcut. Let's highlight these cells right here, and you see there's a little square right there. So I'm going to put right there. I'm going to click on that. It's going to change to a cross, and then we're going to go just drag it down, and voila, I have all these numbers. And so this worksheet assignment you can really do in a hurry, and you could do these others the same way. Now we kind of come up with a total cost, and that's a sum function we're going to be using for that. Equal sum, and then we drag this down to here, and that gives us our number right there. Now here's another thing we can do. Let's get that right into that little box right there, and we're just going to move it over, and there's our totals right there. So that's really all there is to your worksheet assignment. So we're going to move on to the second stage allocation right now. So we've already developed these numbers right here, and then here we have the planned activities that come from the departments, and we just take that number divided by that number, and we have that. Or this number divided by this gives you that. This number divided by this gives you that. Now the next thing I'd like to show you is how ABC is used. And it's usually very often used when you're bidding on customer orders. And so I've got the direct materials and direct labor here first. These are not based on activity-based costing, so you're going to have to find out those numbers. But then under overhead costs, 3 times the rate, we get this figure. Or 450 machine hours times the rate, we get that number. We have one customer, we get that number. So for the estimated cost, we'll just add those up like that using a sum function. And then for the product margin, very often what people do is they just take that number and equal it. So that's called keystoning sometimes. Okay, so the total selling price then is that plus that, and that gives you $96,834 for this customer and the 3 orders. And that's it.